memorize them. I use Vim bindings on VS Code. To be fair, I used VS Code until I want to say I used VS Code for 2 full years and dropped Vim except for systems administration. I was doing a lot of web development, and I would say that was probably 2018. And there's people in my private mentor community that will laugh at me for this, because I was pushing VS Code over Vim to them. No kidding. I was like, guys, you at least need to give VS Code a try, because, you know, with big cut and pastes, it's so much better. You can do all these other things and the plugins and everything. I bought into everything. And then it got really bloated. I even had phone conferences with the VS Code team. In fact, the guy who's not here right now, Ethan, was in on that. He sat in on an actual conference code with the VS Code development team, because I was talking about the advantages of VS Code for education and using paired programming, using a bunch of things. I still believe in all those things, by the way. And so if you're going to use a graphic editor, I think it's by far the best. The problem was that it started over the course of the year after that, it got slow. It got really slow. VS Code just got really, really slow. And it wasn't just because of my plugins. It was slowly being consumed by Microsoft bloat. And I could feel it. I could feel it getting slower. Gradually, it was getting slower. No amount of plugin reduction was speeding it up. And I was like, and you know what? It was fast when I started using it. In fact, it was so fast. Tim, who showed it to me, I looked at it and I said, there's no way, because it was so much faster than Atom, and it was faster than Atom, and it was faster than Brackets, like way faster. And when I first saw it, I thought it was written in C, and Tim's like, nope, they're using canvas acceleration to speed it up. Yeah, and Atom was great at the time. And so yeah, so I saw, I didn't believe him. I had to look in and it goes, no, it's just another Electron app, just like I'm like, no way. And then I realized that Microsoft had actually done an amazing thing. They had taken the Canvas GPU acceleration and used it to make VS Code the fastest, hands down, rivaling Sublime. It isn't written in C++. Nope. Well, Electron's written in C++, I think. But so yeah. So everybody was judging all of these new JavaScript browsers versus Sublime Text. And Sublime Text is fantastically fast and awesome. It started this whole light editor movement. There's no doubt about that. But everybody was like using Atom, and I was like, hell to the no. This is way too slow compared to Sublime. And I stayed with Sublime for years doing the same thing. I was teetering between Sublime and VI for a very long time. Usually for larger projects, by the way. And then what? And then along comes VS Code, and it blows away any of the other JavaScript browsers. I'm like, oh my God, this is awesome. So I used it for 2 full years, and only used VI when I had to, when I was on a server. To be fair, during that time, I was doing almost all web development. I was making interactive story games and conversational UIs and coding a little bit of Go, but not a lot, and no C, you know, just all web development. And I loved it. I loved it. I made, you know, some phaser games, and I loved it. I told everybody they should use it. And then Gabe, bless his heart, one of my guys here has gone on to great things. He's like, he was using VI with Solarized, which is what I taught him in like 8 years ago, and 7. Yeah. Anyway, so he, I don't know. I couldn't tell you. My bit rate's just the default. It's like 6,000 or something. Anyway, so he's like using VI, and he pulls it up really fast. And so then I started using Linux and servers and stuff. And I was like, I logged into a server. I mean, I had to do some like quick and dirty modification, and I had to pull up VS Code, and it took like 3 minutes to pull up. And I was like, oh God, no. And so I started doing a lot more editing that was like in and out. You know, people who use editors like that, don't close them. It's just like people who use graphic browsers, don't close them, because if you close them and have to bring them up again, oh God help you, go get coffee, walk the dog. You know. So then I was like, okay, VI, you are my friend again, and in Vim, you know. And so I started going back at it. Actually reapproached my entire Vim RC from that point,